Hello, hello! Welcome, one and all. Welcome to my stream. I am Paladin Ashe, here to stream for you again. And today I am back with Strange Antiquities, having taken a break for the actually pretty fucking excellent indie game, Jump Space. It's a really good friend slop game. Like, okay, I wouldn't even call it slop at this point. As an indie game about flying around in a ship and doing like kind of roguelite runs on like various maps and whatnot, and fighting robots and collecting treasure and shit like that, and getting upgrades to your ship. So smooth, so good. But fucking, I digress super hard. I'm on a fucking separate topic altogether. Today we continue with Strange Antiquities, where I look through a book, mumble to myself alive, and try to figure out what the fucking eldritch artifact in my hands is. So I'm gonna first get into the game, and we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna have to set up the capture, of course. Ba 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 ba. Let's go. Loud. Okay, where were we? Continue. First time coming back into the game. So, let's see. Cussack Purifier, already identified. No idea what that is. Creepy. Whatever it is. No idea what that is. Gemstones. Right, I literally just got this. Let's bring you down here. Because I've got stone, bronze, pinkish gemstone. An ethereal quality to it. Silver, stone. Okay. Let's bring you down here. And you down here. Sunstone, fire and light, heat and light. Amethyst. Oh, wait, no, diurnic. Let's bring you out. No. Okay, so diurnic means that it's of the day. Wixic means that it's of the mind. No, wait, no, of the body. Stone of containment. Dradic means of the earth. And Selenic means of the moon. Mind, body, night, day, earth, moon. So an amber is by day, yellow or orange, and sometimes containing impurities. An amethyst is purple. Stone of containment. Okay, turquoise is a stone of water, and it is earthy. And what are these symbols beneath these? I'm already in overthinking territory. Okay, that might just be artful, like, artful shit. Because I doubt that this has anything to do with urine. A dark stone for dark purposes. A stone of water. Iolite. A calming stone of peace and safety. Night. No, wait, no, day. Radic. A stone of the earth and nature. Mantic. We got... Okay. I think I already identified that. I assumed it was a sun bond because it's got a... It's clearly got an amber or a jasper. Jasper thing? Moonstone. A stone of protection and enveloping. Pearly and... Well, I mean, I could have guessed that. A moonstone upon a Selenic symbol upon the bust of a woman. That looks like an emerald. I should probably... Do I have anything? Pale orange gem. Topaz. A stone of strength. Looks like a topaz, a malachite, strength, sight, and fire and fury. That looks like a topaz. With a malachite, not an onyx. It's got no stria. Pale. Straight up. Dark green. Striad. With an obsidian. Fire and fury. It looks like it's missing stones, which means it may find a thing that it combines with. But it's not this. I don't think it is. Opposing hot and cold, centered around... Getting real fucking into this, more than I should. That's not Vivianite. That is probably malachite. Stone of sight between hot and cold. Actually, yeah, let's... Dark green gemstone. Well, that's wrongly labeled, too. I don't need you. Get out of my way. Their fear, believing them to be a window into something more than the traditional senses. That may well be a spirit eye yet. Draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. You know what? I'm actually sincerely... Yeah. That's a spirit eye. Absolutely. I'd already guessed it before because it's got hot and cold on the opposing sides. And the center is a gem referencing the fourth eye. I'm locking in on that. Okay. Don't believe we have an ecumenical. I'm pretty damn sure I've identified an Aries remnant. Elva stone. Alva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as Braxis or burning blood. The planetary metal that's used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Bronze. I'm assuming that remains the Elva stone. And that's the sun symbol. I need to... I could put the earth symbol on it. Or the moon symbol. I might put the moon. I'll put the symbol for silver. Planetary metal. Bronze. So bronze is not a planetary metal that I can see. It's kind of an odd thing to gauge because... Let's go back up. Gold. Yeah, that's absolutely the Elva stone. Because bronze is the combination of, I want to say, copper and tin, which would make it an alloy of planetary metals, but I don't know how that applies to diagnosing / identifying what is what. That is the triple goddess symbol. Actually, it's kind of a mixture. Horned god and triple god. Let's go back. I've identified the Cossack Purifier. The Eye of Cernunnos, I am reasonably sure. Known as the Eyes of the Forest, these ancient artifacts enable one to look into the allows you to enter the mind of an animal. No. 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 Still not sure what that is. Still pretty sure that's a sextrum. Pretty sure I've identified you. I've absolutely identified you. Pretty sure I've identified you. Lamb siphon. It's an instrument made using the dried sheep snap. Yeah, I haven't identified a lamb siphon. You, however, I haven't. Green porcelain. Smells like rotten eggs. Cool and smooth. It's made of green porcelain with planetary metal and soft feathers and pale yellow orange gemstone. I think that's once again topaz. But it kind of looks more like... kind of looks more like the moonstone. Could be a moonstone, but I would not put that as an amber. Okay, resonance compass. We'll will point towards resident objects are highly prized both by the thaumaturges and those who collect them. I've already identified you. Pretty sure I've identified you. I haven't identified the shin. It has an ethereal quality to it. Silver. 2 crescent moons centered around a hoop made of silver set upon a stone. Whatever. Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I have to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. Give me that letter. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there is a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look yourself. Thomas Pope and Hamish. Triangle. Trees that grew in a triangle. Let's see that again. The pit. Oh! Heathwoods. Sure enough, as I approach the center of the curious triangular copse at the heart of Heathwood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in 2 stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through, and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately, I'm struck by a sense of ominous power. My intuition tells me that there is something unusual here, at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings. Go back down. Carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangle shape. Well, time to get back to the diagnosis board. Okay, so I'm bringing this down below. I'm bringing this here. I'm gonna put you here. I'm actually going to isolate the I have no ideas into their own little space. Bloodstone. Keeps me aware. That's all of my I have no ideas except for this one. Go down. Okay. Let's put you off to the side and get a feel for this object. I have nothing to remark on. Bronze. A green gemstone. Okay, so that looks either like jade or malachite. Dark blue-green. No, it's not that. Dark green striated. Just green. A green gemstone. That's jade. A stone of earth and of nature. Okay, so we're pretty sure that the stone of earth and nature centered within a open. Let's see. Snow, hail, fog, storm, wind, lightning, thunder, rain. So these are all weather patterns, but also they oppose against each other. Not so much oppose, but complement. The thing across from each other will be always the thing that, you know, goes with it. Like snow and... Actually, not really, but hail and snow and hail are kind of, like, similar. Wind and... lightning? No, actually, that idea falls apart. Either way, it's all weather patterns centered around an earth and of nature pendant. Okay. I wouldn't say that's anything then. Let's see. For the banishment of Hobbs, fear, and Noctic, these tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Wait. Oh, it's clay. Never mind. That might be a Moonstone Guardian, but actually no. That's not a Moonstone Guardian. Because it's not made from Moonstone. It wouldn't be called a Moonstone Guardian if it was not made of Moonstone. Never mind. Immediate discount of what I was thinking. These instill... Did I ever properly identify the Zia after that? Because I did fucking identify the sleep vessel. So that is getting its... I didn't have a... I thought I had a question mark on that. Okay. Shimmer? Yeah, I still think that's the shimmer. Gold, silver. Sun and moon. That could be a sextron, but I'm not going to say it is. Fingers. I already identified you. But what about you? Tin. You were just made of tin. You smell of nothing. You've raised details. It's a little bit weird. Polished, hard. So it's bronze set with a turquoise. Whatever. I will advance things. Gus Foley. It has been many years since I've performed the rite of the red knives, but I can still remember every step. I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an orphan spire. I tried that place in Onside and they sent me here. Yeah, I already got one of those. I need to find it. It's right here. What is this for again? This ritual? Amphician Talon. The League of the Amphician Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it is said that they worship the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, seven sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. Let's take a look at that, because it says talon. But that's not a talon. This is iron. Actually, I can identify some stuff about this. Iron claw, ripping a huge black gemstone streaked with red. Dark purposes, I never would have guessed. And iron is of Mars. Take a look at that. A loopy sort of talon mark. I'm suspecting that's not a thing I have. Eli White. I need to go away for a few days again. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed some light on these events. The only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guise of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. Guise of Lillian. This? Closer inspection. Alright. Basically makes them lose awareness of themselves. That's kind of fucked up. Tenebran Cloak. Upon activation, a Tenebran Cloak creates a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. Single stone set in bronze. Okay, one sec. I may have that. Weather patterns, Earth. Water. So many fucking things are bronze. Like, that's a spirit eye. But I don't think I have it. I have a lot of things, but I get the feeling that it would be a single stone of darkness. So, like a bloodstone. And it says it's a totem. But that's iron. I would say whatever it's going to be, it's going to have an onyx in it. Yeah, it's gonna have an onyx in it. Rebecca Rose. Hello. Oh, is that a cat? My eyes may have completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of loss. I know that I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me, it means everything. An Ares remnant or a spirit eye. Where colors and tone... These objects induce a form of synesthesia, where colors and tones, light and shadow, can be felt through touch. They're sometimes used by those who work in low-light conditions, such as miners. The gemstones in an Ares remnant are arranged in... So that might be a good choice. Spirit Eye might be a bit much. Believing them to be a window into the other world, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clearly exact what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps. A layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. I'm gonna give her an Ares remnant, because that's clearly something that would help her. This feels like one of those, this decision will determine certain things. Scythian charm. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They're used by horticulturalists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite old, but warm and tingly to the touch while it is raining. Huh. Planetary metal. Identified, not identified, but pretty sure a shimmer. This is bronze. My heart feels lighter. I really need to get rid of that tag. Those ravens have done for 3 more poor buggers. 2 of them up at Calgareth, and another fellow a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around here. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. And now this fog too. With the nights drawing in and me working late, I refuse to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. Sunbond. That was... you? This item has an amber gemstone, a stone of light. It is made of bronze, a non-precious metal. Closer inspection reveals that it is strangely warm. Serene Ward. Made from basilisk scales, a material known to endure intense heat. These unusual objects can permit the bearer to withstand fire and flame and remain unharmed. They do not, however, offer protection against the deadly basilisk. Both made from scales. I think I've been given a bunch of things that I literally don't have. What are you again? Bone. Clay. Gold streaks. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Audrey Bell. Bend your ear to the trees. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. And you? Something is stirring. I will need a Holgan Grimm in the coming days. I believe. Here you go. Oh, that's a Vivianite. The mask is an eerie item that can be worn. The sketch shows a priest wearing the mask with their back to us. Using the index, we can find a sketch of Holgar, to whom the mask bears a striking resemblance. The gemstone is Vivianite. A lead heart. These items depict the god Cernunnos in his non-human form. They're heavier than they look due to a core of lead, hidden by a more modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as a wedding gift. Lead heart, heavier than they look. That's a lead heart. Actually, yeah, let me, yeah, that's absolutely a lead heart. Lead heart. One sec. What's the symbol for Earth? Let's go with the Dradic symbol. I believe it is this one? Big circle at the top, small circle at the bottom. And you. What about you? I barely looked at you. A pearlescent blue glass with an iron ring. So it's got iron around it, and it's got glass, blue glass. I don't fall into, into any of those categories. And it's got planetary metal, specifically the metal of Mars. Whatever. Inside, what's the reason they had toiled so hard? A small black casket, a very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, but perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Alohomora. Stairs. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Floor. Castle. Oh, we've already got like that angling. Is north is this way, so up, left, then left again. Wait, no. Left, left again. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right. Back. Let's try that again. Ground floor. Oh! I've read the map wrong. I'm stupid. Up the stairs, left, and left again. But that's just a fucking room. Up the stairs. Left. Then left again. Stairs. Go left. Take you down here. Left again. Second on the right. Ah ha ha. No. What am I reading wrong about this? Up Up the stairs, left, then left again. Man. Oh. Left and left again. Into this one. I think I might be... Okay, so I think I might be misunderstanding. So, left, so in other words, this left passage. And when you go left again, then it would be this one. Oh! The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. What does that symbol mean? The square on the cross. Pretty sure that is the talons. Real severed fingers? Surely not. Gold. Are they real? Makes me feel uneasy. I don't like it. Hard and worryingly sharp. I'm going to... Ephesian talons. Let's call it that for a bit. While we're here, potassium. Still don't have anything. Wait, is that it? Nah, I wouldn't. Yeah, no. Helena Appleton. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides, I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. Object. I know I have an object, I just can't remember its name. By the way, this is indeed a dataless link. That ain't it. Not, is it a Libula? It was an object that, when held, St. John's Anvil. Grace. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy, they share the design of a shadow catcher. That's a Grace. Where are you? Whoops. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. Hey, PN14! Welcome, Raiders. Thank you for stopping by. How goes? Hope your stream went well. For those who don't know, I am Paladin Ashe. I'm a variety streamer, and I'm currently streaming Strange Antiquities. It is a kind of a puzzle game where you diagnose stuff based off of information that you're given about other things. In this case, eldritch objects of strange and curious nature. Doesn't seem like the raid did. Oh well. It's all good. It doesn't bother me. But I appreciate the sentiment. That's fine. I appreciate the sentiment all the same. If you need to raid and run and all that, I get that too. You know, after a long stream, I get hungry myself and can be tiring. You too, Bae. Have a good night. Let's see, where was I? But he's a hard man to work under. Helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elvis Stone if you have one. Well, I'm pretty sure I have an Elvis Stone. Somewhere's here. I believe it's this. Crap. Well, if you're not an Elvis Stone, you get next. Elvis Stone. Can be used to retrieve. Used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Planetary metals. Yeah, okay. The metal silver associated with the moon. Okay, yeah, actually. One of the problems when it comes to games like this is the tendency to have preconceptions just by doing your book work beforehand. And my preconception was, I already have an Elvis Stone, so I disregarded this one. But this one was the better fit. Moon symbology with planetary metals, etc. Item discovered. Why does this look like it fits with a pendant? First, you. Elvis Stone. Icon. First. Do I got a moon symbol? Honestly not looking like it. Chromatic tone. So silver is the moon symbol. Oh, I do. Can I get a better tag? It seems kind of weirdly random. Ugh. Fine. But if we're going to be annoying like that, silver, blue gemstones, probably turquoise or something like that. Gold. Nothing to remark, nothing to remark. It was worth a shot. Verona Green. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Ambra. These items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a Noctic field. That fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with, but there isn't anyone else, but here we are, and here I am. They do it all wrong anyway. Wyatt Beck, you say? Doesn't look like a place that I can go to. Oh wait, Wyatt Beck. At the top of the hill is a cluster of grassy mounds, the barrows. Whoever is buried in them must have been important in their time. I should be careful with that. Ring-a-ding-ding. Francis Mason. I've been wearing a pendant that I found in the library and it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. It is rather pretty, though. Someone told me I need a Cossack purifier and that this is the place to get one. Wow. No problem there. Valent. The holes in a valent are of roughly equal size and spacing. They're used by the adventurers to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Holes and roughly equal size and spacing. I am going to look at that one. Pulse. This doesn't have such a thing. be. Well, I've currently got 2 items in here with an actual guaranteed thalmic signature. Three. Not sure what this is as yet. Get back up here. Simone Green. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built strange antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made quite a breakthrough recently. Have you even discovered the plinths below the counter? Yeah. I've learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I've discovered late last night. See what you may make of it. Alcove key, horn shackle, evocant. And then a moon sighting. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. Okay, a horn shackle and an evocant. I've got... Okay. Get up here. Horn shackle. Evocant. Moonstone Guardian. I am assuming it's a Moonstone Guardian, but I don't got... You? Ah! Okay, there we go. Ha! Ooh. Let's put you on the list of things I have yet to identify. Let's put you up here. You're in the way. The advocate. Okay, the advocate was there. Get this out of here. Okay, so this is polished wood. It's rough to... Oh, wait, it's rough to the touch. Pleasant scent that reminds me of the forest. Sharp aroma. Somewhat rough. I'm starting to get those teas that I keep seeing fucking listed. That was Restful Nether. They show a picture of it too. is a mether is a thaumaturge's linked to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Dranthium plant is drunk from this, taking in different properties. Enter promoting clarity of thought. That's probably restful nether. Gold paint. Dark purple gemstone. I think that's the restful nether, but let's whip out our purple. Stone of containment. Peace and safety. I think that's iolite. Nether? Question mark. I'll just put a pretty symbol with it for now. I'm pretty sure I got another entry that was about a key of sorts. Wasn't Valent. Wasn't Scythian Charm. Carved out of wood or more than it changed with the weather. That ain't it. They're warm and tingly by... Can be wood. This drains energy as you hold it. Bronze once again. I still don't know where that place is on the planetary scale. Still pretty sure that's Spectrum. Make use of no two are identical. That ain't it. Syrian ward. No, that ain't it. Grace, already identified you. Hearing charm, identified you. Moonstone Guardian, don't have one. As I handle this object, I notice myself become drained of energy. Causes a withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, requiring several hours. I've never checked what that symbol means. Arrow pointing down with a slice through it. Weakness. Confusion. Whatever. Dang. Jim Wolf. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. You. Veiled Fen. A veiled fen is brightly colored in the light, but it clouds over after a short period in total darkness. They can be used to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. Public speakers sometimes use them as a substitute for charisma. Clouds over in darkness. Brightly colored. Okay, enough of that. Brightly colored. Clearly emitting light. So I've got 3 tiles now. Is it a repeating pattern? Yes, it's a repeating pattern, so should be so. Square should be followed by loopy. Should be followed by there we go. I worried that Simone was about to clutter my desk with another book. I've got 3 here. How am I going to carry all these books? At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing 2 things at the same time. 1, a part of his mind was not his own, and 2, the casket wanted to be open. Aloha Mora. This is such a detailed statue, of course, but... The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. But which tower? West of a tower. Mars in winter, rising in summer. It's a lot of information. Cumbria. So strange antiquities is in Cumbria. Interesting. Or at least fictitious Cumbria. Fuck. Let's see, okay. The maiden in the tower points the way. I am buried among the trees. So... courtyard? Neat hedgerows and worn pillars from the space. Gravel crunches underfoot, the only sound in the otherwise quiet courtyard. There's no reason to linger. Okay. Library. Piled upon a reading desk, I could find books on ornithology alongside bestiaries of the old world. You can learn a lot about a person from the books that they read. Okay. How about... Galfrey Tower, 22. I may have just assumed it was a castle. But at the same time, that's Galfrey's Tower, pointing west. That don't count. I climb the narrow winding stair to the top of the tower and am rewarded with a I'm not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the maiden. Her outstretched arm pointing due east across the rooftops of Undernair and beyond. Oh, okay. Due east. However, that would mean here? Fuck. Couldn't be here because that's the docks. Outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops and beyond. Okay. I guess mossy wood. I think I was overthinking super hard. Yeah, I was overthinking super hard. Even though there is a compass pointing at a 45-degree angle north to south. So you know what? I might have been overthinking, but I was misled. And that's my feelings on the matter. I'm just gonna pout for a moment. Moment done. I find what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around, half expecting to see someone. But there was nobody there. I take my prize and leave, feeling my mood lifted by its smell of damp moss and gentle rush of wind through the treetops. Okay. That's another thing with, amber, topaz, and turquoise. Set upon iron. So, Mars, the sun, amber, or no wait, no, topaz, turquoise, and amber. Okay. Well, we haven't diagnosed everything, but I don't think I have what's in here to describe this. Brightly colored in the light, but in the shadows. I keep trying. I know for a fact when I see it, I'm going to know it. I'm going to know it. But let's look up our gemstones. Because there's no symbols on this, but it's made of iron. Does not give me any feelings. Does not smell like anything. But it's old and pitted. Rough, cool. Gold. Gold and iron were Mars and the sun. Amber is Fire and light. Heat and life. Topaz is strength. And water. Fire and light, heat and life. With water and strength. It's not you. Diagnosed. Shimmer, Shin. Tenebrae Cloak. Balin? No. Holes are roughly equal size and spacing. They're used by the adventurous to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. I think this is a Valent. Get out of my way. I don't really know what it's supposed to do, but Valent. No. Going up to the side. Verona Green. I walked up the beck a mile or so in the cold and wet yesterday and found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it. Belly up and blackened they were. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. I'm on my way to Kelgarth Hall now. I spoke to Dr. Robertson earlier, and she said the two women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about, second from the left in the row of 4. I found myself outside its door 3 days ago, and I went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It always had an ominous feel to it. It's taken me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Yours, in faith, Anna Bryant. Okay, let's whip you out. Lake Undermere. We used to explore an abandoned house to the, on the lakefront. We take a boat out from the northern tip and across from there. Second from the left in the row of 4. So 1, 2, could be that. I never really got the whole from the left. So 1, 2. Let's go with this one. I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find in its letter. It's quite vague after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through loose mortar and crumbling brick, is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening, its antlers smeared with a dark red substance, and a large melted candle spool out onto the wooden floor on either side. In the center of the altar, there is a small iron chest, rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that it has been here for a time. I do not see any hinge or any way of opening it at all. But after a while, I notice an inscription that says, I open to the voice. Voice of Sir Nunos. Okay. Guess that means I'm supposed to have figured out what the voice of Sir Nunos is at this point. Okay. Well, get out of my way, Valent. Voice of Sir Nunos. Oh, wow. I already have. You? The chest opens to reveal golden totem. Can't imagine who would have stashed it here. Or why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for any time soon. Hello, Moonstone Guardian! Moonstone Guardian. Fine. Please, that one. Yeah, okay. Warm and vibrating with energy. I'm pretty damn sure that that is... What was that called? Veiled Fang. Colored in the light, but it clouds over... No, not you. Just double checking. Sphere and Noctic Sight. These tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Hobbs. No, not a steering board. Was it? It's not a shin. Thing that feels warm and full of energy by rain. Already identified. One Ambra. Bruh, fine. I'll cycle through. I don't have anything made of scales. No. Already identified. You or you or you. Scythian charm. Planetary metal. Horticultural theme. The change with weather. Warm and tingly at the touch of a to the touch while it rains. Warm and vibrating with energy. Scythian charm. I'll wait until a day where it doesn't rain. I'll just give it a pretty symbol. Mr. Crowley, I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. It is not my intention to bring to your attention a matter of contention. I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation. For your part, a leaden heart of the thalamic art. Why are you rhyming? Get out of here. Corvan's Might. A Corvan's Might, sometimes called an Eagle's Gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic power, so body. When the warrior queen Corvin was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it, she turned the tide of battle, and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. Okay. Let's take a look at that. Corvin's Might. Wixic. That's of the body. Bloody. I mean, I really think it's this. Because it does kind of look like an eagle's gift, and he does look like he's delivering a stone. Let's clinch this. Wixic. It just feels like it's highly telegraphed. Angus Eaton. Oh, you're not Eli. I'm returning an item he asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I replaced all the springs and given it a clean. Good as new. nothing to remark. However, I figured I'd recognize it at a glance. Or not. So it's got an onyx gemstone set into a flower set on gold. So a planetary metal set on... Those are night and darkness. Like that it's not as of yet. Can't do anything with it. But that's obviously a clue. But it doesn't look like anything that I've got presently. Eli White. It wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long, but I'm afraid that I'm going to need to rely on you for a little longer. The Order of the Black Veil seemed more concerned by the ravens in the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. They said that it would take a very powerful force indeed to upset them like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or weren't willing to talk any further on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford and the Bodleian Library. I will be gone for a few days at least, perhaps longer, but you seem to be handling yourself well here. Yeah, breaking every rule you suggested to me. I do not see eye to eye with the head of collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. I will take him a Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. Oh? Diverging hook. Where's that book? Hook. It says hook. A diverging hook is a way to carve through the mind of another. If done with skill, the third party may have no realization that the thought was ever there at all. But it is all too easy to leave a mind in disarray, even when approached with care. The unanchored thoughts are easy to lose track of. They have a single gemstone from each of the 3 thalmic branches. Single gemstone. That might be it. So, okay. Let's assume pale yellow orange. That's topaz, malachite, and obsidian, maybe? Radix. Black, pale yellow, orange, and dark green. Radix, Mentic, Wixic. Diurnal, celestial. No. Oh. open. What's if I just received a diverging hook? Ugh. Single gemstone from each of the 3 thalmic branches. So that could mean that it has only but one of these, or it could have 6 gemstones. Let's operate off the idea that it has 3 and move from there. And assume for now that this might well be a diverging hook. Looks like it's got flex in it, though. So that could... I'm gonna... check it again. Says pale yellow, so Wixic. Body. Noctic. Night. Damn it. That actually doesn't... that doesn't work. Unless that's a jade, in which case it's a mentic. But that says dark green. Yeah, that's malachite. That's clearly topaz. That may well be... it doesn't say striad, so that might be... So we've got a mentic, a Wixic, and either a Dradic or a Noctic. And honestly, I'm angling now more towards a Dradic. Mind, body, and earth. Then that doesn't fit what we're going for. Francesca Robertson. I'm at a loss with these patients. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in the literature that fits their symptoms. I am finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. If nothing else, Stranthium tea from a restful nether might get a moment of lucidity out of them. But if you've got any ideas, then I'm all ears. Restful nether, or a witch's finger. Said to be they are capable of inflicting intense pain. But the goal is supposedly the purification of the body. A most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. So that's like a hard decide. Do I want to take a risk on, you know, them fucking just dying? Or do I just give her a restful nether? That's not really helpful, though. Yeah, that's not helpful at all. It promotes clarity of thought, but... I'm doing this stupid. She's gonna be so mad. Bones Guard. A small item known as a Bones Guard can be placed in any liquid to render it safe to drink. King Cedric the Meek was well known to be terrified of being poisoned, and so always drank from the same goblet, and always placed a Bones Guard inside. He was stabbed to death in 1203. These objects bear the mark of the antidote. Let's see. Small item known as a Bones Guard can be placed in any liquid to render it safe to drink. The King Cedric the Meek was well known to be terrified of being poisoned, and so always drank from the same goblet and always placed a Bones Guard inside. These objects bear the mark of the antidote. So it's got either the shape of a goblet or these symbols on it. I suppose I'll recognize it when I see it. I've come to thank you for sharing the wonder of the Ares Remnant with me. It has changed my life. I'm still getting to grips with it, but already I'm feeling my way back to painting again. Thank you. Okay, so I didn't drive her insane. He knew what he had to do. Without hesitating, he took hold of his diverging hook and used it to cut away the infected parts of his mind before it could spread and consume him entirely. I am closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. I'm closest to the sunset, so I'm on the western side. And... okay, so this looks like it's... I mean, I could get away with this. But that ain't it. Yay. This is a tower. Very obviously a tower. I am closest to... I'm dumb. This is not the Western Tower. The configuration is north to south, which means this is the Eastern Tower. This is the Western Tower. The view from the tower is quite beautiful, but it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that, not one, but two smaller wooden chests, along with a cryptic scrap of paper. By a diurnal seal, object made from silver sources, I believe that says sources, a diurnal field. broadleaf, wood. There's an unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. Purple gemstone, wood with bronze detailings. Okay, so that's symbol. I just zipped past it, didn't I? Wait. Thunder. It is a symbol for thunder. No, not you. Right, gemstones. I left that over here? No. It's right here. Stone of containment. Ethereal key do again? By moving the object. The rare object. So it's literally just a special key. This is just a wood thing with an hourglass symbol on it. And I doubt that's a special alchemical symbol. It's just an hourglass. Francesca Robertson. As if I didn't have enough on my plate right now, my sister Bonnie has been acting strange lately. She never got over the death of our father. She's always blamed Mr. Potter for his role in it, and now with all this happening, she's gotten it in her head that he's behind it somehow. I'm worried she's going to do something stupid. If she comes in here, whatever you do, do not give her anything dangerous. I want to give her a keepsake to let her know that she is loved. I've seen people gifting one another wooden totems, but I don't know what they're called. Let's see, a wooden totem. Oh, Selenic totem, probably. That's real quick, double check that. Selenic. Such a, with sentiments of, okay, here we go. Thank you. I also wanted to tell you that Miss has responded well despite the pain he must be in. I put him through the ringer with that witch's finger. I am hopeful that he will come round soon. Okay, that's good to know. I thought I was making a poor choice because, like, she's like, I don't think this will work. And then I'm like, well, there's always a witch's finger. Verona Green! Those silly sods at Calgarth Hall wouldn't let me in to look around. It seems I've upset the little lord who lives there at some point in the past. Allegedly, I refused to perform an exorcism on his haunted house. He didn't like my suggestion that it might be the local kids playing pranks on him because he's a mean old git. I'm not so easily put off, though. Do you have a Tenebrin cloak I could use this evening? I've got some snooping to do. Well, fuck. I need to diagnose that now. Tenebrin cloak. Upon activation, a Tenebrin cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. Okay, so it's bronze. It's got a single stone, and it does a darkness thing. So it's maybe that. Because this is bronze. And those symbols... Hail, snow... Wind. Fog. You know, I think that might be it, actually. But let's check the gem. Just earth and of nature. Now, I might have other things that fit that description, though. Still pretty sure that's the spirit eye. Honestly, that's like the only thing that I've got that fits. Water turquoise doesn't really fit that. Biscuit for a biscuit! Ugh. Yeah, I kind of figured. Okay, I've identified this as this. That is bronze. Hot and cold, dark green gemstone. Ow, ow, ow! It's not this. A deep fear has taken root. I must break the hold it has over me. Click a segment of the seal and bank the dice to break it. Bank. I don't get this at all. Bank. The goal is to break the seal. Match dice symbol to a section of the seal to break it. Stars are wild. They can be any symbol as long as they are all the same. Roll the dice as many as you like. Click dice to unlock them. If you get 3 crossed bones before banking, you lose a life. 5 of a kind automatically breaks the seal. Let's see. Bank. Okay. Okay. That's gold. That don't count. Single set in bronze. It's not you. Not you, it's not you, it's you. being so rude right now. Did I ever receive a tenement club? I was kind of holding off, waiting for my boat go. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems, so it is a totem, not just a pendant. Because I think I checked this one as well, so. Single stone. Not you, not you. That's gold. Serpentine. Gemstone book to see if there is a suitable stone for this item. That's not helpful. A moonstone is a stone of enveloping night. That sounds promising. Preconceptions, 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 preconceptions. I keep saying I need to not have preconceptions. This is bronze. That is a moonstone. That I would have disregarded because I just assumed that it would be fucking like a darkness stone or something else. A stone of protection in enveloping night. Here you fucking go. I thought I was crucially fucking like, you know, behind. Which, sort of. I hadn't figured this one out. Saint Cedric's Thunder. Saint Cedric's Thunder is used to store the power of a single thunderclap. Alchemists have been trying to harness this power for centuries, and there are rumors that some have indeed successfully used it to transmute base metals into gold. They are placed on the top of mountains to charge them during storms. Gemstones can be used to prevent the charge from waning over time. So it's a thing that's got gemstones in it, and probably use it to probably something I have. Moon. Actually. How do you determine whether it will be a fucking tag? That's so annoying. I want to put the little roundy tag on it. Oh. Okay. Where are you? No, not you. Saint Cedric Thunder. It'll probably feel like it's got energy stored in it, but it'll have gemstones in it. Probably purple gemstones. Know for a fact that must be it. I don't know what's supposed to contain open those, but these are just curiosities all the same. Barton Potter. I bumped into Eli at the station yesterday before he left for Oxford. His train was late, so we had a brief chat and suddenly remembered something he wanted to tell you. I told him I'd pass the message. In other news, I've got a little something for you if you're interested. It's going to cost, but it's worth it. A map of the catacombs. Very rare. Worth a lot to someone in your line of work, I imagine. And while I'm asking for in return is a valent. This. You down here. I keep forgetting to mention, it would be helpful for you to read Dr. Robertson's booklet on curses. You'll find it in the cupboard hidden in the counter. EW. You mean this one? That's super duper helpful. How do I open it? Oh. Oh! I'm fucking dumb. And 3, so I need to get rid of the top one. Well, that looks kind of ominous. Wood, it's some kind of green material. I mean, green material. I mean, this could be a sheep nap siphon. Let me bring back. Sheep siphon. made using the dried seed pod of a sheep snap plant. I mean... I won't give that a symbol because I don't know what to give it. Fucking go in there, fine. Curses! Oh, okay. The how many pages? Okay, this is only like 2 pages. The heart of the sufferer feels constricted as though it is clamped in a vice. Black heart. The heart of the sufferer feels constricted as though it's clamped in a vice. The skin is pale and cold to the touch, and veins stand out darkly on the body. Eventually, death will occur. Thraxis. Characterized by a necrosis of the flesh, the afflicted will feel no pain, but the scarring has no cure. Breath of Lyra. While those affected appear to be able to breathe, normally they feel as though they are choking. Burning blood. The subject has the sensation of burning from the inside out. It has rarely survived, and those that do never fully recover. Morgan's insanity. A poison of the mind. Noctic sight. Those suffering from this curse speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. Sapphire curse. Marked by the telltale blue tint to the eyes, those under this curse are plagued by waking hallucinations. Morgan's paralysis. Affects the mouth and tongue so that speech becomes impossible. Okay. Let's start putting some of these away, okay? Galvestone, you can go up here somewhere. That's gonna become my totems area. Diagnosed totems. Bonnie Robertson. I feel like I'm going crazy here. I know who's behind this madness. All these people with the pitch black eyes. But nobody is listening to me. I've seen it happen before. 7 years ago, my father died the same way. Well, since nobody will listen, I'm going to take care of it myself. A Corvin's might, please, and I'll be on my way. Gray's Grace. Reveals that it does indeed dispel melancholy. Spirit Vault. Spirit Vault is also known as a foetid chamber. Is a receptacle used to store a wandering shroud. The interior is lined with a paste made from sulfur, hence the nickname. They're not considered dangerous since shrouds tend to be benign, but on occasion they do not take kindly to being restrained. A faint vibration of a receptacle can be felt when a shroud is held within. Paste made of sulfur. Don't insult me, Thaumaturge. This isn't some depression that can be cured with your little trinket. I will get hold of a Corvin's might. Spirit Vault. Had kind of a ritual feel to it, but it doesn't have anything inside of it, I imagine. As his mind roiled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged towards the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. Meow. Meow. ghost. Okay, so wait. It's just the tombstone. It's just the tombstone. Okay. Then again, I just received this, and could be that. Isn't that? It's not that. Or it could be, but I feel like it is most likely this one. It's got the same general shape. This was a mistake. So let's try it again. This one. It's got the more slope. I squeeze through a partially collapsed passageway and emerge in a small chamber, glinting in the flickering torchlight. I catch sight of a pendant draped across an old gravestone. See, two obsidians and a topaz. Nothing to remark on. No general feel. Smells like nothing. Leathery, smooth, hard but not smooth. Hard but smooth. Black gemstone, an orange gemstone, a brown shard of some kind. Brown shard of some kind. That might be. Let's look at Serene Ward. To withstand fire and flame and remain unharmed. Topaz. Then again, could be an amber. Fire and fury. Yeah, that's an amber. A stone of fire and fury. The sunstone, fire and light, heat and life. I'm gonna call that a Serene Ward. Because that even kind of matches the scaling pattern. Constance Bader. My awakening ceremony takes place at the convent tomorrow. I will need a talon. This? Called it. Morgan's Folly. A folly symbol can be revealed to induce a trance-like state in anyone who casts their eyes upon it, making them open to suggestibility. Precaution should be taken against unwittingly looking upon the hidden symbol for too long. Morgan's Folly. What's the symbol for confusion? That's confusion. But I thought it was weakness. It does say Oh no, this is weakness. This is confusion. This is hypnosis. I think that's a Morgan's Folly because that has a hidden symbol on it. Making them open to suggestibility. Yeah, that's Morgan's Folly. Not even just confusion. It's a trance-like state. It puts you in hypnosis. Simone Green. Where's Jupiter today? I always look forward to coming in to say hello to him. I've been working on my way through the journal, but it's heavy going. I keep coming back to this series of sketches. Does this mean anything to you? Could it relate to the plinth? I mean, if it do, I don't know what it fucking means. And to be perfectly fucking frank, I unlocked that the other day. I'll put that away for now. I doubt the game designers of this would give you so much of an obvious, like, information and then be like, LOL, yo, here's another, like, information thing that points to this. They'd probably be like, hey, this relates to it, but it's not, like, immediate and doesn't have anything to do with it again. Horn shackle. Useful information all the same. Those are specific fields. At some point, I think the game's gonna be like, here's how you look at this, and it's gonna require me to have, like, the last token thing. I'm still missing one. Francesca Robertson. I have had to stop using the witch's finger on Jack Hungerford. I was worried it might end up killing him. I believe it has helped somewhat, but it still hasn't been enough to lift him from this curse. I'll take that mether for myself. I need to get my thoughts in order. I believe this item resembles the drinking cup in the sketch. It has several embedded iolite gemstones of peace, which hint at an ability to induce a meditative state. Yeah, that was more or less my mentality for that, was the iolites gemstones, and it looked like the thing in the photo. Bonnie Robertson. I've come back for that Corvin's Might, and I'm not taking no for an answer this time. Okay. I want a Corvin's Might. Either you give it or you never see your cat again. Take it to the woods behind Calgarth. Wow. 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 Fuck you. Ugh. Fine, I'll save Kitty. 5. That's close enough, says a voice from the shadows. Give me the Corvin's might and I'll return the cat. I peer into the gloom, but I can't see anyone beyond the trees. I should give her what she wants, but then again, I am a thaumaturge. I don't always have to do what people want. Corvin's might. Diverging hook. You know what? Fuck you. Okay. Gemstones. Diverging hook. They have a single gemstone from each of the 3 thalmic branches. I think it's this one. A topaz, an amber, and a turquoise. Diurnic, Dradic, Wixic, Body, Body, Earth, so, Dradic, Wixic, Diurnic, Laser beams! I focus my attention on the diverging hook, searching the woman's mind hurriedly for any thought. Doesn't take long for her to realize that something is wrong. She steps out from the shadows with an enraged look on her face and lunges at me, causing me to slice wildly with the diverging hook. Her feelings of anger flow through the hook into me and scatter. She stumbles forward, confused now, and I try again, this time latching onto a swirling image of Jupiter's face, and I cut once more. I learn instantly that Jupiter is safely stowed aboard the Merry Belle, and I back away uncertainly, feeling a complex mixture of anger and pity at the now placid woman in front of me. Oh! Merry Belle. The Merry Belle is an old paddle steamer that hasn't been in working condition for many years. There's nobody aboard, or nobody that I can see at least. So I climb over the railing and start peering through grimy windows. As I approach the far side of the boat, I hear a desperate crying coming from behind a windowless door. I try the handle and it opens to reveal an unimpressed cat with mismatched eyes. Jupiter, he springs from his prison into my arms. I hold him tight to my chest and he rubs my chin with the back of his head. Yay! Yeah, suck a dick, bitch. You deserved to have your mind violated like that for stealing my cat. Wyatt Collings. I think I've been cursed. 2 weeks ago, I was quietly minding my own business in the guilty realm when a stranger came up to me. He handed me a book titled The Changes of Dr. Learmonth before leaving. Something about it intrigued me enough to take it home with me. Ever since I read the first page, I have been having terrible nightmares, and they're getting worse. I spoke to Dr. Robertson, and she sent me here. Well, curses. Nightmares. I'll suffer constrictive... Noctic sight. Double check. Okay. Index. A Moonstone Guardian. Moonstone Guardian. Ascus. An Ascus allows the bearer to breathe underwater. The sensation is said to be most unusual since it requires one not to breathe at all. Those that use an Ascus for an extended period sometimes forget to breathe once they are back on dry land and subsequently pass out. The core of the item is cold to the touch, but the ring, sometimes called the halo, stays warm. Okay. Let's pick that one up. Can you believe that I just read that and forgot the name? Ascus. Okay, the emblem doesn't really show anything, but... Ascus. I'm gonna put the symbol for air on it. I think that's air. Yep. There's not much that can unsettle me these days, but I found something at Calgarth Hall that I'd rather I hadn't. In the cellar where they found those two poor girls, I came across a bubbling black mess that was oozing from the rock itself. Seems there's a sickness in under there. It's in the earth and the water, and it's spreading. I suppose it falls to me to find out where it's coming from. If it's underground, then underground's where I'll start. See if I can find anything in the catacombs. I realize now that I've been a little careless. I've been getting headaches. I won't go into the catacombs without a sextrum. Yeah! Fortinance. A Fortinance can enhance physical strength or restore strength that has been sapped, whether by exertion or by a hex. They're usually made of iron or stone and usually take the form of a small totem. Stone or iron, small totem. So, okay, first and foremost, divergent. Fuck. Diverging. Okay. Lamau. Am I spelling that wrong again? Diverging. Is there a symbol for mind? Actually, let's put the Wixic symbol on it, or the Mentic. Kinda looks like a blade tip into a big circle. Blade tip into a big circle. Ugh. Let's change the shape. You were diagnosed. Get over here. You were diagnosed. Get over here. You are a bottle. You can go down here. You were not diagnosed. You go down here. small totem. Let's give you air earth. That is indeed a Holgan's Grim. Small little totem. Symbol. I don't recognize that symbol. It's made of stone. Made of stone or iron, and usually take the form of a small totem. Symbols of strength. What would the symbol for strength be? A cross with a person at the top. Nothing about that says strength to me. Guess we move on. He tried to use the diverging hook on his partner, as he had done on himself, but he could find no part of him that had not been taken over by the infection. His partner's hands ripped out the satchel, tearing it open and sending the black casket tumbling out. Cross. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my spine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Catacombs! Probably this. It could be this. Below a moon that does not shine. Yeah, it's below a moon. There is no mark upon my spine. Mark upon my spine. But not in the dark, but not alone. My neighbor bears a cross of stone. So it's either this or this. And this was a tombstone. Go with this one. Yeah, it was. My neighbor. Fuck. This one? As I descend further into the catacombs, a strange sensation comes over me. Not fear, although fear is mixed with a cold clarity. I know at once what it is. I've entered an area known as the Depths, a place where few have been and fewer have returned from. Not even Paleans can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe. But there is a way. Slate miners inhale the vapors produced by a spirit called a wandering shroud. They say it invigorates their senses and stays in the mind. not rot in the mind, rot that would otherwise and save the mind rot that would otherwise consume them. It would be dangerous to continue exploring down here without their lead. The Wandering Shroud. Okay, well. Shield Charm. Protection will not abide them, for example. Spirit Vault. So I went a little bit further than I should have. Low moon that does not shine. Clever. So it was I was assuming too much about the hint. Find the blank tombstone without too much trouble, but there is nothing else here. Feeling foolish, I begin to make my way back to the surface when suddenly I see it tucked away in a natural crack in the rock wall. A stone totem. This is what I came for. Yeah, okay, I know exactly what that is from the start. Stone, pitted, raised detail. So I don't remember its name, but I just picked it up. Fortnance. I really like that symbol, okay? There it is. Catherine Walpole. I traveled a long way searching for an eye of the forest. I've read stories of the Drear of old who would hunt in partnership with an eagle, seeing what they see, soaring on the wind. I intend to rekindle this lost custom. Perhaps you know something about it? Well, I'm pretty sure I haven't diagnosed it, but... Eye of Sir Nunos. The Mines of... It is alleged that Sir Nunos himself wielded an eye. Eyes of the Forest. So I have two beliefs. It's either this object that makes me feel... either the ram's head, or it is this. This is like all nature themes. Okay. Roll. I'm not locking a fucking moth. I don't need a moth. If it can be any symbol, then how do I click it? I see. It has to be any symbol 3 of a kind or 2 of a kind. Don't care. Recovered from madness. Suck my dick. Okay, so you wanted a spirit eye. It was not this. But it might be this. Nature, 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 nature. Or an eye of Cernunos. Has eyes. Fuck. Problem is that it's probably fucking made itself blatantly apparent to me at some point. It's not this. See if there's any information to find. You know, that's not a bad shout. Sir Nunos. I voice Leadheart. So, looked like an elf. Snake. Using the index in the book, you can find a sketch of Cernunos holding an item that looks very similar to this one. The J gemstone hints at the connection. Fuck you. Zephyrin. These resonant objects give off a faint odor that would be familiar to any thaumaturge. It is the scent of the storm and of ozone and of power. The scent of magic. When these vapors are inhaled deeply, they can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them. Okay. Sharp aroma. Storm. Resonant objects give off. So they're resonant, which means I was expecting to talk with Verona Green this morning, but she wasn't at home. Unusual for her. She's okay. If you can spare the time, we'd appreciate your help. There's something unusual in our house. You can't miss us. We're the only detached house on Ruskin. Warmest regards, Miss R. Bream. Ruskin, detached house. Right there. I am greeted by a tired-looking middle-aged woman who immediately offers me tea. I gratefully accept, enjoying the social ritual before we meander towards the point of my visit. She leads me to a stairs and into the attic. A single small window does little to dispel the gloom, but our eyes slowly adjust. Then we hear the voices. At first, I think it's the house creaking in the wind. Soft murmuring groan that seems to come from the walls themselves, but then I start to feel as though a conversation is happening, too quiet to make any sense of it. With the hearing charm, I suddenly find myself able to pick up every small sound without difficulty. The whispering voices become clearer, and my heart beats faster as I hear what they are saying. They are discussing a section of the wall where some of the bricks are loose. Carefully, I pull them away to reveal a small cavity. Inside, to my horror, is a human skull. Its dark eyes staring lifelessly back at me. At the insistence of the voice, I reach inside the cavity and my hand encloses around an unusual-looking item. Immediately, the voices fall silent and my heightened senses are left with a whooshing drumbeat of the blood being pumped around my body. Nothing. Smooth. Bruise detailing. Bronze. Triple goddess imagery. Grenville Pierce. My father's sword has a space in the hilt where a shimmer should go, but he sold it to buy whiskey a long time ago. For whatever reason, he never did sell the sword itself. I wanted to restore its former glory. Okay, well, a shimmer is something that can be slotted onto a weapon. That's not diagnosed. Let's take a look at the shimmer. That's a shimmer. pendant would fit into the slot shown on the sketch. The topaz and obsidian gemstones hint at comrade, whereas the malachite suggests foresight, or staying one step ahead. Okay, yeah, I was guessing based off of the shape. I did not think any further than that. I was simply like, looks at image. Huh. A babelia. The meaning of the unusual marks on a babelia is not clear. They resemble a mentic field pattern, but the items themselves do not produce a mentic field. They can be used to aid with translation of foreign texts, although they require some skill to make full use of. This ability does not transfer to spoken language. Where'd that go? What is that X again? What does that X mean? Well, mentic field is not something that I know what it looks like. That's a diurnal pattern. Wait. Selenic. Selenic? Associated with Selenic and Gnostic disciplines. Man, I don't think I'm going to be able to diagnose that until I gain the ability to see. I work at the steel mill in Keswick, and I don't think there's one of us who hasn't suffered a nasty burn. Do you have anything that can protect against that sort of thing? Burns. Let's... Serene Ward. You. Solemn Mether. Of the three types of Mether, the Solemn variety is considered the most powerful. It permits the drinker to forge pathways in the mind, to recall that which has been forgotten, or to repair that which has been broken. It will produce a noticeably stronger thalamic field than the other types. Thanks. My wife will be relieved. Found this down the side of the counter here just now while I was waiting. Don't know if it's anything important or not. Son of a fucking bitch. Close, close. Okay, let's try... Oh, okay, so... Let's say we have something diagnosed with an obvious pattern. Okay. So this yields a... what is this? That would be a Dradic pattern? Or is it... no, wait, no, that's Mentic. Yields a Mentic pattern. Let's go with... Noctic pattern. Yeah, it's a Noctic pattern. That is a diurnic pattern. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so... that is a very scattered pattern. Well, hello there. Strange and unusual symbol. Gold detailing laid over stone. Audrey Bell. Judgment is coming. We worship the warrior not out of love, but because he is powerful. Because he demands our fear. What use is a god that you are not afraid of? Those of us who have heard Holgar's teachings have known about the prophecy for a long time, and now the casket will finally be opened. It contains his final lesson for those who will not kneel. It contains his retribution against the sinful. It contains his divine rage. My preparations are underway to celebrate his wrath and prove our devotion. For now, a veiled pen is all I require. Did I ever diagnose the veiled pen? Brightly colored in the light, but it clouds over. No, I did not. brightly colored in the light. Witherance. A witherance is the inverse of a portentance, and is sometimes put to the more malicious use. These can be crafted from stone, like the portentance, but wood is more commonly used. The two men fought as the heavens opened and lightning flashed across the night. One man wrested the casket from the other's grasp and leapt astride his horse, galloping off into the cold, wet darkness. So, if I understand correctly, 5, 6, 7 more days. Hello, Hamora! I think I grasp what is being put down. Close you. Close you. I'll put you up. Fuck, I have to end stream because we're having anime night soon, and it's well past time. But I will be back tomorrow. I am just going to end stream without a raid today. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'll raid somebody tomorrow at some point. But anyways, I hope you all have a good rest of your afternoon. I have been Paladin Ashe, and I am signing off. Ciao!